dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's K&B, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about AEW September to Remember 2025 in London, Ontario, at the Canada Life Place. I was looking forward to the show. 3 hours, and I will say this. Screw you, Sling, and screw you, HBO Max. So I DVR most AEW shows, and I'll occasionally watch them on HBO Max. But I got Sling because I got to have SmackDown, and, you know, I want AEW Live and stuff like that. But, you know, I think the only real reason we have Sling anymore is just because of SmackDown at this point. You know, but my wife watches the news and stuff like that, so it's vital to us, and I have a couple uses for it. But I was excited because I was like, oh, September to Remember. So it got 2 hours and 45 minutes of the show. And I got all the way down to the end, didn't get to see the main event. I found some sources, but I was like, oh, man, this sucks. I wanted to finish the show. You know, this was something really, really solid. And then I was like, oh, HBO Max are my savior. Oh, thank the Lord. HBO Max, they only have 2 hours of the show up. Not the full 3. So then I was like, oh, that's cool. So I went to by means, went to YouTube, caught some stuff here and there, looked online, you know, looking at the Twitter. And yeah, I got to finish the show. So that's all I got to say. September to Remember, Excalibur, Taz, and Brian on commentary. We started with Tony Schiavone in the ring. He's with Hangman, Adam Page, and Kyle Fletcher for the contract signing. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I'm very excited about this match. These two are going to battle it out like crazy at All Out. This Saturday, there's a stipulation in the contract where Hangman says, hey, dumbass, if you actually read the fine print, it says, if the Don family interferes anyway, anyhow, not only will you lose the match, but you will be stripped of your TNT championship. And Don Callis is like, and he's like, no. And Callis is like, you know what? Even if it said I had to crawl through broken glass, I would gladly sign this contract because it is my time and I'm taking that AEW championship. And my favorite thing about this is just kind of a book, open the book ending where he says, you know, tonight I'm going to get my hands on you and I'm going to lay you out. That's a promise. That's my word. And when we get there, we'll get there. But I thought that was pretty cool. Then we have Moxley versus Roderick Strong. Awesome match, dude. Enough of this Mox cult drives me crazy. John Moxley's so good in that ring. He takes on Roderick, and of course you got Kyle out there. Then you have Daniel Garcia, who's turned to the dark side. They get in a big old fight. Yuta comes out to basically help Mox get the win. And that crowd, any chance they can get, they'll be like, fuck you, Yuta. Oh my gosh, man. But yeah, awesome match to kick off the show. Awesome segment to open up the show. MJF and Mark package. Then MJF is with Tony Khan on Collision. He's going into his he goes into the office of Tony Khan, and you don't get to see it, but you hear it. And he's like, this tables and tax match is bullshit, blah, 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 going off. And he goes, and Tony's like, you know what? You are the one that made this all happen. You created this madness. This match is still going to take place. And MJF, just to end it, says, when I put this Briscoe in the dirt, that's going to be on you, Tony. And I'm like, holy shit. No. Oh my gosh. MJF's like, when he can lay one in, he can lay one in. Then we get the Bobby versus Toa from the Gates of Agony, or GOA as they're calling them. This was, I didn't expect anything from this. I was like, I had two big men, one now. But no, Bobby showed something. Toa showed something. They just had a massive meat on meat brawl here. MVP was not playing around either. He took out Ricochet, just tossed his ass into the barricade, and Shelton Benjamin, then a big fight. Then after Bobby chokes out Toa, ref stops the match. Bobby gets the win, and then the fight continues. And Ricochet got MVP's cane across his back, and it went snap. I was like, oh, Ricochet not gonna feel that tomorrow, and they're gonna have their big fight at All Out. Then we have FTR and CNC. If you don't know who that is, it's Edge and Christian, or Cope or Christian, whatever you want to call them. But they have a nice back and forth exchange. Who's the best tag team? Who innovated this? Who's this? Just throwing things out there, and it ends the way I expected it to end, is a fight. Oh yeah, a fight, baby. This is a match that is going to steal the show. It has to. We're in Canada. We're going to go all balls to the wall here at All Out, but I think FTR and Cope and Christian are just going to be a classic. We've been building to this. It's going to be a banger. As much as I said, I really don't care about the build-up. I just want to see the match. And this right here, this interaction with each other and going back and forth about who's the best and who did what, I really did enjoy that. And it added something for me to be invested in this match. We get Renee with the Bucks. They won some money, but they're losing money as well. And I'm glad that Being the Elite is slowly making more content. I watched that video. I paused this real quick because they have a match up next. But they were spending too much of their money that they won from last week. They went to the casino, and that video is fucking funny. And there's a little message at the end. One of the Bucks got a knife, and the note said, "Here, now you can hold this when you want to. This is from stabbing me in the back." And it's like, what does that mean? Who is sending the Bucks messages like this? So and I was like, I'm going to start paying attention to Being the Elite. We're teasing something here. But we go into the Bucks versus the Bang Bang Gang. Woo! This is one of two of my favorite matches of the night. Oh my gosh, I love the Young Bucks. I don't care what people say. Young Bucks and my Bang Bang Gang, put them guns up. I'm putting them guns up. Them guns are high. Oh, this was an awesome match. They tried to bribe the ref. Ref said no, money goes flying. And this is who's going to qualify to be in that awesome four-way ladder match for the tag team titles, which is going to be crazy, bonkers for the sickos. Bucks get the win over Bang Bang Gang, but man, this was a classic in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. And I'm like, whew, that was fun. We still got like an hour and a half of the show to go. Let's go then. Dorada versus Beast. Who's going to be part of that triple threat? Dorada gets the win over Beast. But my favorite part about this was Okada coming out, then Takeshita coming out, getting in each other's face. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a fight. They all out brawl between these three, but I'm more or less invested in Okada and Takeshita. I wish we had that matchup. No Dorada, no offense to Dorada. I was just like, give me Takeshita and Okada. That's going to be a banger. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. Tony Storm promo, and I just probably showed it off just online right now. I just got my new Timeless Tony Storm figure. Oh, she is gorgeous. I'm just looking at it right now. I put her right next to my my clipboard. Not the the ones that go movies, action. Yeah, I was like, that's where you deserve to be, Tony. Right on the shelf. But we got Timeless Tony Storm cutting a promo here. The whore we all adore. The slut we can't rebut, the tramp, she's our champ. She is all Tony Storm. I was very happy about this promo. Then Hater, then Chris comes out. They add their 2 cents, and I'm just like, man, this Fatal 4-Way is going to be insane. And then, this is my favorite part. Trim your bushes, bitches. These lines, man. Tony just has these lines, these bangers of lines, man. Was it Collision? Harley's Jim Henson with tits, and Oh, trim your bushes, bitches. Here comes Tekla to just basically cut everything short. And we have an awesome no-holds-barred match between Tekla and Queen. This was my second match of the night. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey! They went to war with each other, and of course, Tekla gets the win over Queen. I don't think this feud is over, but Tekla starts cutting a promo afterwards, and then here comes Tony Storm, and then here comes Jamie Hayter, and here comes Chris, and Julia, then Sky, then Yuta, and Marina's there. I'm like, question mark, what? And they start trying to beat, the Triangles of Madness try to beat down Tony Storm, but Tony Storm got their ass. Knocked them all. I got the chair, and I'm just like, this is magic, man. I'm having so much goddamn fun with this show. I don't even want to go to work right now because I want to rewatch this show because I've had so much fun. That match and the Bucks and Bang Bang Gang. Bop, 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 bop. And talk about one hell of a go-home show. Then we have Alicia with Skyflight. They have their big, Top Flight has a big tag team match with the Don Callis family, who's going to be joining that ladder match for the tag team. And then Hangman comes out and he's like, hey, and I was like, oh, I see what they're doing here. Hangman's going to come out at the end. Tells them like, hey, watch out for the Don Callis family. They tripled, they multiplied. There's a bazillion of them. So just watch your back, man. Everyone, you gotta stay put. Jet Speed versus Kip and Killswitch. I didn't think I was was like, oh, okay. No, this was awesome. Jet Speed is growing on me and growing on me. This Kevin Knight guy is the shit. Like these two together are a unstoppable force of awesomeness. Yeah, Jet Speed and Killswitch has had enough of Kip's shit though. He's like, no, screw you, buddy. You keep yelling at me, keep calling me names and whatnot. No, you hurt my feelings long enough, and he lets Kip do that alone, and that's how Jet Speed gets the win. Daniel Bryanson. Daniel. Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryanson. All their names. Shh. I have my notes all written all over the place. But he's with Darby. Darby's like, man, I'm a man of my word. And what does he mention again? Mount Everest. That's his go-to now. Mount Everest. But he talks about his word. And then he tells him, like, and then Daniel tells something to Darby, puts it in his ear. He's like, he's like, oh, yeah, all right, Brian, what did you say? And they cut back to him. He's like, that's between me and him. And I was like, oh, okay. Little mystery there. Little mystery box. J.J. Abrams that. Next match was quick and fun. Riho versus Robin Renegade. Mercedes Moné joins on commentary because she is facing Riho at All Out for that TBS championship. This was fun. This was a quick, fun match. Poor Robin got the loss, but hey, it was quick, fun. Riho showed what she can do. Then, of course, Mercedes Moné. Robin helps trip up Riho. Then Moné attacks Riho, holding that championship and being like, CEO, 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 CEO. We have the Acclaimed and the Jerry Lynn package from what happened on Collision. Yeah, all that good stuff. Then we have Mox Cult promo. They're taking on the Ops. Can they take on the Ops? We'll see. We'll see what that happens. But this card is shaping up to be a good one. And then we go right into Dawn on commentary with the Dawn Fam versus Top Flight. One match that I had a lot of fun. This was a good way to end the show, but my favorite part which is my moment of the night. After the Don Fam gets the win, Brodito's out there, Jet Speed's out there, it's going crazy, a lot of people, bodies flying everywhere, then Hangman's out there, Kyle Fletcher, they're getting in the big fight, blah, 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 and Kyle takes out Hangman, bookending this show from when he said in the starting, being like, hey, before the night's over, I'm going to lay you out. And that's what he does here. And I was just like, damn. I can't wait. Are you excited about All Out? Because I sure as hell am. In September to remember 2025. In the bag is awesome. 5 out of 5. Matches of the night, Bucks and Bang Bang Gang, Tekla versus Queen. Moments of the night, man. Okada, Takeshita. What happened with Hangman and Kyle Fletcher in the beginning, what happened with Hangman and Kyle Fletcher in the end. This had everything I wanted in this show, so now we're on to All Out. Is there a collision tonight? I don't know. No, right? There's no collision. I don't know. If there is, there isn't. I don't care. And I also downloaded Rev Pro, so now I got another wrestling app I want to watch. So, all right, y'all. 5 out of 5, man. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KB the Sexy Ninja, and remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
Match
brother.
At All Out, not only would you be disqualified and lose the match, but you would be stripped of the TNT Championship as well.